Hey everybody, Brad Geiger here with another Webcomics Confidential, and today I want to talk about talent because chances are you've been told at some point by maybe an adult in your life, your mom, your dad, an aunt, and uncle, grandma, grandpa, somebody's told you at some point that you're talented, and although it feels very good to be told that you're talented, I think there's a certain danger in getting too carried away with this concept of talent. And I'd like to offer you a little different mindset to get into as we're thinking about ourselves and how we do comics. Because I don't think it's all about talent. Without a doubt, there is a certain thing called talent. In other words, you were born with maybe a little bit better hand-eye coordination. You were born with maybe a certain aesthetic that certain things, your taste in visual communication maybe is a little bit naturally better suited to comics. Things like this you could file under talent in the same way that you could file being born 6'7" makes you a good basketball player, for example. That you have to chalk that kind of thing up to things you were born with, and that certainly could be called talent. However, I don't want you to get too carried away with talent because talent only gets you so far when it comes to comics or anything creative for that matter. Talent is finite. Talent is something you're born with, right? You've got a certain amount of talent and that's it. How do you get more talented at something? You don't. The fact of the matter is, what you really want to be thinking about, the thing you want to be really concentrating on, isn't talent, it's skill. Skill is infinite, right? Skill is something that as you work on it, as you put the work in, as you practice, as you try, as you continue to strive, you build your skills. Skills are infinitely renewable. Skills can be built over time. It can be continually built. I can tell you, as somebody that's been doing comics for over 20 years now, that I'm still trying to build my skills. I'm still trying to get better. I'm still trying to improve. Talent only got me so far. Talent got me in the door, you might say. Skill is what brings me along to being a professional cartoonist. Skill is something that you can continually improve. And that's why I want you to think about your abilities as a cartoonist as skill rather than talent. Because if you consider yourself as someone who is talented, eventually and inevitably, you're going to go out into the real world and you're going to find someone who's more talented than you are or who's just plain old better than you are. If you've bought into this whole concept of being talented, then you're done. There's no way you can get yourself to the level of that other person. However, if you think about this in terms of skill, if you think about this in terms of something that I believe in so strongly that I put it in the first page of the Webcomics Handbook, and that is it's impossible to get worse at something you do every day. Okay? If you think about your comics in that respect, if you think about it in terms of skill, you can take a look at that person who's better at you, who's got better writing skills, better art skills, better skills at social media, all those things that we apply in becoming a web cartoonist. If you look at it in terms of that kind of framework, you know that you can get better. You know that you can improve. And that person's not always going to be better than you. You can catch that person if you work hard enough, if you put the work in, if you put the attention in. You can build your skills. That's why I always bristle when people talk about being talented. I don't like the idea of talent. It certainly is there. Again, it's undeniable. Certain people are built in certain ways that make them better at certain things than other people. But it's not all about that. That's not just like not every great basketball player is 6'7". You've got that Allen Iverson that comes along every now and again, who isn't as tall as the other guys, but he can outplay them because he spent the time working on his skills. I want you to think about yourself in terms of your skill level and always building your skill level. It's great. Maybe you are talented for all I know. That's great. Hold on to that. That's wonderful. But it's only going to take you so far. At some point, you got to start thinking about this in terms of skills. And you'll find that when that happens, when you do that, you're going to free yourself up because skill is infinite. You're always building it. It's something that can take you through those tough times when you don't feel as good as the other person. You know that if you keep working on your skills, you're going to get there. So for me, comics is about skill, not about talent. Hit the comments, let me know what you think, and I hope you have a great day. Bye now.